one of the best moments you ever had was when we went to a wrap party of the TV show we were working on, Sullivan and Son, and
Sully
we
and
got
Son.
hammered. I mean, dude, I planned on this. Like, I drank tons of water. I like worked out before because I knew I was gonna get buck wild drunk because it was
Yeah.
on their dime.
Dude, it was 5 blocks
And
from my apartment, too, I remember.
yeah, we got obliterated, and then said I was playing basketball the next day. And then you're like, dude, I'll play. And I'm like, are you sure? You're like, no problem. And then the next day, I was like, I think I texted you, like, dude, I'm going to leave for basketball. I fully expected you to say no. You're like, come get me, man. And I'm like, dude, it's kind of late. Like, the game starts at this time. No, I'll be ready to go. You got in my car and you got in the passenger seat. And it looked like I was delivering, like a cadaver. You look like you were going to the morgue. I mean, you fell asleep on the way to the game
I
from
know
your
it's not
place.
that far a drive either, 15 minutes.
It isn't.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I hear you just snoring. And I'm like, oh. And so that's not even the worst. So we get there to where all the comics are playing. And in order to play, we go to these playgrounds. You got to climb a fence, which, by the way, unless you're a kid, it's very dangerous. There's a lot of risk there. And it's a high fence. And so you navigated that. I gave you credit for. And then we played one game, and you started playing, and you were looking a little green, and then you just stopped. You pulled yourself out of the game, and you threw up 3 stomachfuls. I don't know where it was coming from. You could not stop throwing up. And I just wish I would have hit record on my phone because it was hilarious. And then you went back and played, and then you had your Michael Jordan pickup basketball game.
I did.
You scored some points, got some rebounds, and then you checked out of the game and just threw up more than I've ever seen. You got back in my car. I drove to 7-Eleven. You had some Gatorade on the way to the 7-Eleven. You threw up in the 7-Eleven parking lot. And like to the point where people were walking by and they looked at you and went, ugh, because he was just gushing out of you. I was blown away. I'm like, I think a lung came out. There's no way you have this much anything inside you.
I remember that specifically because the 7-Eleven parking lot vomit sticks out to me because we pulled in and you went in, and I remember looking out the window, and there was a woman who looked like one of the hottest women I've ever seen in my entire life. And I remember going like, oh, she looks like she just came to LA. This is like her second day in town. You know what I mean? Because she was dressed way too nice to be at that 7-Eleven at that time of day. Like, I'm just here. It's Saturday. I just got here, and I'm so happy. And I'm the hot girl from whatever small town I'm from. And she was unbelievable, right? And then all of a sudden I'm like, well, welcome to LA. And I just started throwing up. And she saw it, too. She fucking saw it. And I didn't give a shit.